Abhishek. How are you?
Hey, how are you?
Good, good, man. So, thank you so much for accepting our invite.
No, thank you for inviting me. Thank you so
No
much.
worries, no worries. We just wanted to see the face behind, behind the app that has given us a lot in terms of, match excitement.
Yeah, absolutely. Actually, there are many faces. It's my fortune. I'm fortunate to represent them all, actually. But yeah, I can assure you that I'm not the only face behind the app.
Got it, got it. Hey, Pranchu.
Hi,
Hi,
Pranchu. How are
hi,
you?
Ashok. Hi, Abhishek. I'm good. How have you been?
Good, good, good.
Awesome to catch you. And I'm very excited for this. I'm very excited.
Same here, man. Thank you.
All right, so let's get started. Here at Ananda, we just started playing cricket. We started as a small community of neighbors playing with each other. It started growing. More neighbors got in. It's a society of like 600 families staying together.
Oh,
So
nice. It's a big one. Yep.
that's a big one. So, slowly people started catching up, people started gathering, and, it became a nice icebreaker between the newcomers. So we started playing cricket. Then we started, because we had more and more people joining in, we started kind of doing it in a tournament fashion, making multiple teams playing between each other. So that's how it all started. And
Nice.
when it all started, we had all sorts of disputes, like who got the better edge in terms of run rate and everything. So uh, as we all say, when there's a problem, there's a solution as well. So we started looking out for the solutions, and
Okay.
bang, here comes Cricheroes into picture.
Super, super. So, do you guys have your own cricket ground in the society?
Not really. We have a tennis court, and that's where we play our cricket.
Okay.
The tennis court is actually, larger than the conventional tennis court, a little bit larger than that. So basically,
Okay.
uh, we get a better place to play. Also, it's surrounded. It's a sort of a covered, semi-covered area. So
Okay.
basically, it's a good place to play sort of a box cricket format.
Nice, nice, nice. So I think you guys play multiple tournaments in a year, right?
Yeah, we kind of scheduled like two tournaments in a year, and we also have a sports week, so to say, in which we
Okay.
play all sports, which is kind of open for all sports. So basically, that
Nice.
makes it three tournaments in a year. So that's how it is divided. So one goes into April and May. The other one
Hmm.
goes into somewhere around September, and then January is basically reserved for the sports week. So
Super.
it marks the calendar perfectly for us.
Yeah, I think sports is one thing which kind of binds the community together the best way.
Absolutely.
So like societies, and in fact, if I have to tell you, there are so many communities who play cricket. For example, Jain community,
Mhm.
Marwadi community, right?
Right.
Gujaratis, everybody, every community has a cricket tournament, and that too in
Absolutely.
like almost all the cities which in which they are presented. Right?
Mhm.
So what I have heard so far from the community leaders, respective community leaders, is that cricket is the only thing which like binds the youngsters together
Right.
most of all. So
Absolutely.
Agreed.
if they schedule an event where people just have to gather and like have dinner or something, probably half of them will not show up. But just because there is a cricket tournament going on, not only youngsters but even the parents and the
Absolutely.
elders, everybody will be there on the venue.
Absolutely. And that has been the atmosphere during the APLs as well. Like
Right.
we started playing, the bunch of cricketers we used to play. We were like somewhere in the age range of 15, 16 years of age till almost 40, 45 years of age. People.
Nice.
And then when we started playing that format, kids started chipping in, even the seniors, super seniors. So basically, during our APL, we also need to have a match wherein there are two teams created out of the 60 plus age group. So
Of
they
course.
they also play
That's good. 60 plus is fantastic. I mean, I haven't heard of that group. So in the clubs which I play, the clubs of Ahmedabad, so there are age groups like below 18, then there is 18 to 37 or something, and then there is 37 and above. Or
Right.
maybe I think one club also has 45 and above, but I have never heard of 60 and above. So that's really cool.
Yeah. All right, Abhishek, that was pretty much about us and Ananda in general. How about we
Super.
know Abhishek more as a person?
Sure. So I this is my second venture, Cricheroes. Originally, so I'm a computer engineer by trade. I
Mhm.
did my schooling from here in Ahmedabad, St. Louis, Loyola, and then after that I got in a college called Nirma Institute of Technology, one of the
Mhm.
premier institutes here in Gujarat,
Right.
and did my computer engineering. After computer engineering, wanted to do an MBA, but did not score enough in CAT, missed by probably a couple of percentiles. So then, look, I was already selected for a job in campus. So went to Mumbai, started working in Patni Computers as a software developer. Worked there for 4 months, did not like it. Somehow, I'm not sure if it was the city or it was the job. But then I came back to Ahmedabad, started working for another company. But then there also I was not happy with the job. So fortunately, few of my friends were still here who were there with me in the college. So started my first venture back in 2004, which was like almost like 6 months after graduating from college.
Mhm.
They called DigiCorp. So DigiCorp became our first venture, which is essentially a software design and development firm. I came out from DigiCorp's day-to-day operations late 2015 and started working on like three ideas. And one of the ideas was Cricheroes,
Mhm.
which came into existence later on somewhere in like mid 2016. Until then, I was already working on two other ideas. But the idea of now, let me tell you a brief about how Quick Heroes idea came in. It's
Sure.
very similar to your story, right?
Mhm.
So just the way you guys play, we play weekend cricket for years now. I think it's probably 8 years or 10 years even.
Right.
And every weekend we have like 2-3 matches a day, small matches like 7 over 8 over matches, but we play like 2 matches or 3 matches a day, and it happens on Saturday and Sunday evening. Now obviously, as you guys know, after every match or every session, we will gather around with a like cup of tea in our hand. We'll always talk about stats, performances, etc., right? But most of the time what happens that the scores are not there, right? Either nobody has scored the matches, or
Mhm.
they are scored on paper-based score sheets. So it's very, very difficult to aggregate and get meaningful insights from that data.
Mhm.
So that's when, because I was from a technology background and I was looking for an idea in any case, I started to give it a shot. Um, so, we tried a couple of apps which were already there in the market at that time. This is, I'm talking about 2016.
Okay.
I was not happy with any of them. Mostly, I was not happy with the user experience of those applications. Right?
Mhm.
They were very, very hard and very, very cumbersome to use for normal cricketers. Maybe
Right.
a trained scorer can use them, but a normal cricketer like myself was not happy with the user interface.
Mhm.
So that's when I decided to think about this idea as a business. So what I did a little survey in my city. I went to few grounds where I know a lot of cricket gets played, asked fellow cricketers, saw what they are doing, observed them. So I observed one thing that most of them were scoring matches actually, like 70% of them, but they were scoring on paper-based score sheets.
Right.
And after the match, nothing happened. Right, the scores remain there. It's very, very difficult to get back and figure out something from those old score sheets. Right. So that's when I realized that there can be a business idea here, or there can be a possibility of business here. So if enough people are having this problem, maybe I can create a solution, and maybe eventually we will also figure out a way to like make some money out of it. So that's how the idea of Crick Heroes like originated. I pitched the idea in front of my friends and family, who were who always supported me in my previous endeavors as well, and they were very supportive and very enthusiastic about this one, because my family is at least my in-laws, my brothers-in-law, they all like big cricket fans and cricket enthusiasts, and a couple of my friends. So they all I pitched to them as a business idea. I asked them to give us some seed funding to start, because as I said, we decided that we will not take money from Digicorp. So the money had to come out of not from Digicorp, somewhere out.
Right.
So that's when I raised a small seed round from my friends and family, and started building this product. The first version of Cricheroes was launched in October 2016. So in April, I presented this, and I could gather a team of people to work on the idea. I created the first blueprint of the application. It was a long document of, I guess, probably 50, 60 pages. As a software developer, I'm sure you understand
Absolutely.
what that is. Yeah.
Mhm.
So yeah, based on that document, initially the first version of the product was built, and it was launched in mid-October, 17th October to be precise. At that time, we just had a scoring app, nothing else, and the scoring app was also. Sorry, it's just he has come. Okay. All right. So the scoring, it was just a scoring app. In fact, we did not even have a website at that time. So, and the first tournament which we scored, where I was also one of the scorers, right? So, myself, my colleague Meet Shah, I'll tell more about Meet Shah a little bit later. So, Meet Shah, myself, and we hired a couple of more guys from college, and we four were scorers. It was a big tournament of Gujarat University, right? So,
Okay.
there were like 50 colleges of Gujarat University
Mhm.
were competing in that tournament. So it was like an inter-college
Okay.
Gujarat University,
Nice.
a big tournament. We were lucky to have that, and it was all because of Meet's connection. And we started scoring. That was our first tournament. We scored those matches, and we realized that people are asking for scores, right? So those players, they are asking, "Hey, where can I see my score? What should I do?" So initially, because we did not have an app, we just sent them links that, okay, check this link and you will find your score. But then, that way we realized that, okay, what people are looking for actually, right? What all those
Right.
things they want. And we also realized that there is a much bigger market for tournaments than
Mhm.
individual matches. So originally, when I had thought of the idea, I was only having like Saturday Sunday matches in my mind, because that's what I was playing generally,
Yeah.
right? But then I realized that the tournament market, which is more structured actually, and where kind of like more serious players play generally. So that market is much bigger in India. So then we started adopting to this entire tournament style model, where we enabled the tournament organizers. We gave more power to them. We gave more power to the tournament scorers and all,
Yeah.
right? And that's how the Quick Heroes kick started. Uh, just one milestone. It took us about like 7.5 months to reach 100,000 users
Mhm.
at that time, and that was completely organically. We did not
Wow.
do any marketing.
Wow.
Even today, we do not have a major marketing budget so far, and so most of the growth which we have achieved is purely organic growth, which like we are really grateful for. And as of now, we are just like nearing a 5 million user base, a registered user base.
Mhm.
More than 600,000 matches have been scored on Quick Heroes in like more than 40,000 tournaments, and it is like it's there in probably more than 2,000, 3,000 locations in India,
Mhm.
and I guess also like more than 50 countries in the world.
Nice.
Awesome.
So Abhishek, just to gauge, how far Cricheroes has come.
Mm-hmm.
What is the biggest feather in Cricheroes' cap in terms of associations, in terms of tournaments, like any state associations or countries opting of as
Sure.
as their official scoring app.
Right. So see, honestly, actually, our users are our biggest users, right? So,
Mhm.
like, I mean, for us, all our users are same as such, But obviously, one thing which we are all proud of, along with our, huge user base, is the number of associations who are using Cricket, right? So it all started with Gujarat Cricket Association, which was pretty close to us.
Mhm.
And here, actually, let me give a little bit of brief about my colleague Meet Shah.
Mhm.
So Meet joined Cricket Hero somewhere in September 2016. Meet Shah is a cousin of my partner at Digipark, Kuntal. So I knew him from when he was a little kid, and he's a professional cricketer. So he played for Gujarat under 15, under 23. He was a captain of Dena Bank actually
Okay.
when he joined Cricheroes. So he chose Cricheroes over his career, where there was a possibility of him playing a Ranji Trophy for Gujarat. So like very very grateful for him for that opportunity that he gave us, and because of his connections, we could obviously go to we could get the first tournament which I talked about. We
Right.
could go to Gujarat Cricket Association. Then we went to Baroda Cricket Association. They were extremely supportive of our idea. Mr. Snehal Parikh was the secretary at that time, and he was a very very progressive individual. And like I think I would say that whatever growth we have seen in terms of association, a lot of credit goes to Baroda Cricket Association for that. Not only it's a fantastic cricket association, but it is also very very professional and very progressive. So from there, so Baroda Cricket Association started using it. Then we got Cricket Association of Bengal, right, which was like kind of a big feather in cap. So we met Dada. Before Dada, we met Abhishek Dalmia, who is the secretary now. Now he is the president of CAB.
Right.
Right. So again, Abhishek Dalmia, extremely forward-looking, progressive individual. So is our own Saurav Ganguly. Right. So CAB is, I think, again probably one of the most, um, uh, I would say, technology adoptive kind of association. Right. They even purchased Crick Insights from us for all their players in bulk. Right. The first association to do that. So you can understand how seriously they take technology
Right.
into their progress.
Absolutely.
So yeah, so that's how the journey of like onboarding association started. Eventually, we also got hold of few ICC associations. So for example, we have like 10, more than 10, or probably more than 15 associations in Africa, more than 10 associations in Latin America. Um, we have Cricket Association of Afghanistan, which is like a big, like an ICC member, which we have right now. So all Afghanistan scores all their domestic tournaments on Cricheroes. So even though we have to work 100% remotely with them, they have some exceptional individuals, exceptional scoring team. Like their secretary and everybody. They are very very forward-looking individuals. So yeah, these are, I think these are some of the incidences which actually makes you feel proud of
True.
where you have come so far.
Sure, sure. So thank you to Meet as well for bringing us, this far. Thanks so much.
Absolutely, absolutely. Meet is like the guy behind all the associations which we are extremely proud of, and of course he is also a cricketing brain, which is instrumental in like creating certain insights, right? Because he knows how a batsman thinks, how a bowler thinks, right? He's an all-rounder. He's a left-arm orthodox all-rounder, similar to like Sakshar Patel or Jadeja. But and I mean, later on he also started playing with us actually. So he is playing with us for about a year now. Obviously, he never played on tennis ball before in his life, right? So he was not sure, how would he perform. But I have to tell you that he has improved the quality of our entire club.
Right, right.
Now we look forward to like play with him, and there are like couple of more guys who play with us from the Cricheroes team, right? I mean, when you see them play, you realize that what were you doing so far.
Yeah, I mean, cricket is just it's not actually a sport. It's more of a sentiment for us.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. All right.
And after listening to whatever the journey you just mentioned, I'm feeling so excited that so in the tournament when in Jaipur you'll see, so if any tournament is organizing, they'll specially mention that ki scoring crick heroes pe की जाएगी. So
Okay.
that's like ये अब एक बेंचमार्क बनता जा रहा है टूर्नामेंट्स के लिए भी कि हाँ भैया स्कोरिंग क्रिक हीरोज पे हो रही है, तो हाँ ठीक है, इट्स अ टूर्नामेंट जो बहुत अच्छे लेवल का होगा. So it's so
Okay.
amazing to मतलब बड़ा
It's
मजा
it's
आया सुन के.
I mean, whenever I hear it, no matter how many times, it never seems to amazes me actually. It never stops. Like, it's always a very very like proud feeling.
Right, right, absolutely. So, when we announced in here that we're going to talk to Abhishek, and we're going to get his views on it. A lot of our players were also excited. They also wanted to come and meet you. But we couldn't handle it in terms of technology, in terms of synchronization and everything. So what we did was we kind of created a small video for you,
Oh,
recorded their views, what views they have for Crick Heroes. and
okay,
if they also had a few questions and the suggestions for you. I hope you don't mind
hmm,
them.
absolutely,
So maybe what I'll do is I'll play them for you, and we will
sure.
we'll take a few questions. Yeah, all right. Now you should be able to see it.
Yes, 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 yes. It's moving at least.
Yeah.
Let's see the.
Hi Vishek sir,
Yeah.
how you have been in this pandemic. I just want to thank you for making this app Cricket. It's just wonderful how we can see our own stats. Although my stats are not so wonderful to see, but you can still ask Ashubia to give me the opening spot. So besides from that, your app gives us the true cricketing experience, and frankly speaking, it just increases the excitement about the game. Because I'm so excited to see you with Ashubia. Thank you.
So
Thank
that's
you.
that.
Is
Yeah, that's our little
it?
guy Anubhav. He's a
Uh huh.
fantastic cricketer. He's just 14 years old, and
Okay.
we'll
Let
get.
me tell you, he has a fantastic bowling figure, right? 4 wickets in 9 runs.
Absolutely.
He
Yeah,
was the best bowler in our tournament in last tournament, the
Yeah.
season 2. He was the best bowler.
clearly it shows from his records. And 45 not out, definitely not a small feat.
Yep. All right. All right. So let's see who's next.
Hey Abhishek, thank you so much for giving us the wonderful app. I can say I still remember the time when we were using pen and copy, and you were searching for the person who can do manual scoring, but no one wants to do that. I can say. So now the time has been changed, and you have given us this the nice app, and everyone wants to do the scoring because that's quite interesting. I can say. Thank you so much for this, and I am really excited to see you. Thank you.
Thank you. This guy looks like he hits out of park generally.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yes. He's
Yeah.
a pretty explosive left-hander.
Yep.
Yes, 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 yes. His records show that.
Mhm.
My name is Lucky Goyal, and I would like to thank Crick Heroes for making cricket more exciting. And it feels really good when you can see your own cricket profile there. Thank you very much, Crick Heroes.
Thank you. Looks like he's a fantastic all-rounder.
Yeah, so Lucky is a pretty good all-rounder, more of a bowling all-rounder, which I
Okay.
would say is a little rare breed in India.
Absolutely. Yep.
All right.
So Crick Hero changed my game. It told me that I bowl better than I bat, and what can I say? It gave me immense confidence while bowling, and I think this is my Crick Hero story. Thanks to you for that.
Thank you.
So
I'm
Kaushal,
so glad.
yeah, Kaushal
Yeah.
was Kaushal was I would say a opening batsman turned into a bowler. You know, after seeing his stats on the Crick Heroes, he said, "Okay, fine. Let me concentrate more on bowling than batting. That's more of my forte, I guess."
Yeah, this is actually, I mean, I never realized actually, this would happen. But when I hear stories like this, actually, just by seeing your own scores, how much you can
Right.
learn yourself, right?
Absolutely.
It's not like we are actually seeing him playing, and we have some coach who is telling him that you are a better you are a better bowler. But
True.
people can themselves learn so much just by seeing their own scores. So
Mhm.
Absolutely. Yeah.
it's
So
great when that happens.
sure.
Hi Abhishek, Deepak this side. Thanks for joining us, and it's great to have you here with the Ananda team. And I must say, Crick Heroes is a very wonderful scoring app. And the feature I like most is the one which tells you the range of run in which batsman gets out most. And here's a question for you. Don't you think organizing a cricket tournament at state level at a larger scale will help in attracting more sponsors for Crick Heroes and will help to promote this app?
Yes, I think I think he's right. Uh, this is one thing which like from day one, a lot of our users and our own people are telling us. The only issue has been obviously the funds and the capacity to manage a tournament at such large scale. Right, we have been a very small team so far. Even today, like we are just 30 people, and like that includes the support, the marketing, sales staff, everybody. So, but now I think probably we are contemplating this very seriously now. If not this year because of the COVID-19 impact and all, I think we should come out with at least one version of Cricket tournament next year.
Sure, sure. We'll definitely look
And
forward to that.
and you know
Yes,
whom to contact in Rajasthan, right?
Yeah.
of course, of course. Actually, this is the only model which is possible. Actually, we will have to rely on the experts of those regions, of the respective regions, right? It's
True.
not possible for us to be everywhere.
Yep, yep. Decentralization is the key.
Yep.
Hello, Mr. Abhishek. My name is Major Trivnash Bhati. First of all, I would like to congratulate you for giving us this platform and also would like to welcome you for our Ananda Lockdown Talks. I mean, it's a great initiative that our own APL Commissioner, Mr. Ashutosh, has taken up. And we were quite surprised and very happy to see that, you have become the part of this Lockdown Talks. So thank you very much for being part of this Lockdown Talks. And Crick Hero, I would say that it's a fantastic platform which has been provided to amateur cricketer like us, that we can see our own performances, the strike rates, and anything. I mean, who would have thought that a tournament which is played in a society, there the teams are getting qualified on net run rate. Players are knowing that what is their strike rate, what is their bowling average, wicket taking average, and all that fantastic stuff that you have provided to all of us. So thank you so much for all your initiatives and efforts. And that has actually it has become a brand ambassador. You have actually become a brand ambassador to spread out the cricket in more organized form. So thank you so much. And my question to you is that can it be possible on Crick Hero platform that the commentary which has been carried out on any match, any venue, can be heard live, like we see the live scores? So can the commentaries also be available to the audiences who is watching that match, and that gives an additional thrill while whatever has been spoken on the ground, if that can be available on the platform, a live commentary, if it is available, if it can be available, I think that would be great. So thank you so much once again, and keep doing the good job. Thanks.
Thank you. No, I think he has a point. This has also like popped up now and then. I think we thought that when we enabled live streaming, more or less in many cases that particular issue is resolved. Where like generally people have the live streaming cameras near to the commentary box or near to the speaker, and that way when you are watching the match, you are also enjoying the commentary. So
Okay.
for those tournaments, it is solved. But the tournaments which obviously do not have live streaming, which is probably the case for most of them, I'm sure we can develop this feature separately. So yes, thank you for the suggestion.
All right. So let's take one more.
Sure.
Hi Abhishek, thank you so much for giving us such an amazing app. I still remember the times when I used to call my friends up and ask for scores. कितना score हो गया? ये कितने पे खेल रहा है? Last wicket कौन सा गिरा? इसने कितने wicket लिए? Now it's so easy to just go to the app and look for the score, the stats, the analytics, everything. The only thing I feel about the app is the fake matches. So one thing can be done, like an affirmation from the player who is being included in a match can be taken just before the player gets included, because once a fake match is created, the stats gets updated, the scores, the wickets gets updated, then it's a bit a difficult task to just correct all of that, and it's a bit misleading after that.
No, he's
cricket
right. It's a
मतलब
genuine, yeah, it's a genuine concern. We have taken multiple steps in, solving this particular problem. So in many cases, actually, I mean, obviously we see them as fake matches, but actually those are real users just trying out the platform. Before scoring an actual match, they just want to see how it works.
Right.
So not all matches are with bad intention. At least that much I would like to say. But yeah, of course, there are like few matches. In most cases, people are creating fake matches, and including you as players,
Exactly.
because obviously there is a validation where you have to know at least the mobile number of the player before including. Now, see here, one solution can be we can also have OTP validation and all, but practically, if you see, it will take a long time for anybody to create a team and start a match, right? So we have to consider like kind of all possible worst scenarios. So for example, you are on the ground and if you have to start the match in 5 minutes, right? Can you do that? So so if we, so it's like we simply have to balance this particular thing, and that is why we have not been very strict in terms of starting the match, because we have to take care of the genuine matches first. But then what we are doing for fake matches is we have a obviously dedicated team who cleans, even in the lockdown. We have a team who regularly cleans up matches. Of course, there is some delay in cleaning up the matches because sometimes we also have to call the scorer, figure out if there is a genuine issue, and the match is paused or actually the match is fake.
Right.
And obviously, we have also devised an algorithm which at the end of the day gives us a list of all the fake matches which has been scored for that day. And we are probably coming up with one more step in that, where at the end of every match, we will like show the scorer only that this looks like a fake match, and we are going to remove it automatically. Let's say after 10 minutes.
Right.
And if it is not a fake match, please click here to contact us. Something like that. Basically, the onus goes to the scorer to tell us that it is not a fake match, rather than onus being on us to clear it out later on. So yes, we are definitely. This is probably one of the most serious challenges which we have as a platform, and you can assure him that we are doing everything possibly we can to do that.
All right. Thank you, Abhishek. Thank you on behalf of every one of us here in Ananda. Sure. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Abhishek, for all your time. When we do APL lockdown talks, the last leg of our lockdown talks are. I'm not sure if you've seen them or not.
I am.
The last leg is always a cricket quiz.
Yes.
The knowledge.
Yep.
So.
Let me tell you, I am a technology guy first and a cricketer second. So not very good with like trivia, but I'll try my best.
All right. So I'll hand it over to Pranshu for the quiz.
Sure.
Thank you. So Abhishek, the quiz have kind of two sections. First is about you on Cricheroes.
All right.
So let's see how you know your stats. So first question is, how many matches Abhishek has played?
Oh God, I should have checked my profile before this.
If you want, I can give you options.
Yeah, if you can, please. Yes, that would help.
So, is it 542? Is it 536? Or it's 541?
I think it is 542. No.
No, it's 541. Quite close.
Okay. Yeah, I knew it was a huge number of matches. I was just not sure if it was about like 400 or 500. I was just confused between those two numbers.
Okay, so coming back to my second question, how many number of fours has hit by Abhishek overall?
Not sure, but in 140s range or something like that.
And no, so you have scored more than 200, 206 fours.
Oh, okay. Much better than I expected.
Yeah.
And the last question for your stats: how many half centuries did Abhishek has in bag?
No, half centuries, I don't think any. The only reason is we do not play in a longer format. I do not play many longer format games. So, I never got a chance to, stay on the crease for a long time. So I don't think I have scored any half century.
Yes, that was a googly and bang on. It's correct.
Yeah. No, that is actually, one regret which I have on my stats that the half century, at least, okay, chalo, century, so it's rare, generally in 2020 cricket also, but half century bhi nahi. So yeah, I'm just waiting for that day, when I will score my first half century.
So
Oh, wow.
we got to know you're not good at stats, but how about cricket? Playing cricket, like what Abhishek is like? Is he an all rounder? Is he a bowler?
Yes, no, I'm an all-rounder. Lately, lately, as in like last few months, couple of months, I'm not bowling much. I have a shoulder injury,
Okay.
which was there. I mean, which has been there for like almost 3 4 years now, and I'm just playing with it actually, And recently, it feels that it is getting worse. So I'm just taking rest from bowling. But most of my career, I have been an all-rounder. Uh,
Mhm.
I feel originally when I started at very young age, probably I was a better bowler. Then I think slowly I improved my batting also, and now actually I'm more comfortable with my batting than bowling. I don't bowl very fast, so I have to rely on my line and length. And again with this injury, obviously this injury is also not helping. So then I guess slowly I will have to get converted into a batting all rounder, and then probably eventually only a batsman.
Right, right. All right, perfect. Thank you so much, Abhishek, for your time. It was great. I mean, we enjoyed it thoroughly. Not sure about you, but
No, I enjoyed it.
we definitely
And
enjoyed your journey. We definitely enjoyed the journey of Cricheroes.
no, thank you so much for inviting me again, guys. It was a great honor, and I had a great time with both of you. And please convey my thanks and regards to all the Ananda cricketers who were there in the videos, and even
Absolutely.
those who were not there in the video. I'm really grateful, and on behalf of entire Cricket team, I really thank you guys for giving us an opportunity.
Thank
And
you.
if you guys have any questions, or not questions, but let's say if you guys have any suggestions to improve the app, because after the first version, I can tell you that the application has been getting improved with user feedback only. We
Absolutely.
keep
And
listening. Yeah.
in Ananda, I think I have been interested with all the scoring of the matches because I was the one who introduced Crick Heroes to all of them. So,
Okay.
I have been following every single development in the app,
Great.
to the last one, which included, mentioning which side the bowler is bowling from. You know,
Yes.
um,
I'm very. It's a very small feature, but I'm very proud of that feature because it was done in a very elegant way,
absolutely, absolutely.
without
And
without changing. Yeah.
yeah, and before that feature, I was thinking, and I was talking to a lot of other guys, and I was saying, yeah, it has got everything to improve a batsman, but there are still something lacking in terms of bowling. And when
Right.
I saw this particular feature, I was really happy that now the bowlers can also check which side when they bowl
Which
to
side?
a particular batsman, how it behaves. Just one suggestion I also had, and
Sure.
that was um, that was back in my mind. If the bowler can also, or if the commentary can also get one insight from the ball, whether it was a short ball, whether it was a full toss or a length ball, what kind of
Mhm.
delivery was that, if we can add that. And I'm sure as a product, it can be added on a wagon wheel screen, just like the buttons we have at the bottom of it.
Hmm.
So,
Hmm.
if that feature can be added, it'll give more insights both to the batsman as well as to the bowler. Which deliveries are the stock deliveries for the bowler. for a batsman, when he gets out, what kind of deliveries he's usually getting out to, if it is a short ball he's getting out to, or maybe a swinger or something. So that'll help both bowlers
No,
and
thank yeah. No, it is absolutely, you are right. Actually, we had this feature in mind from day one. I'll tell you, we called it the pitch map. So just the way there is wagon wheel, there is something called pitch map, right?
Right.
Where actually, you can see where the ball has, like landed, and how much, like how much it was raised, basically how much height it got, or whether it was tilted or not. Basically, the trajectory of the ball.
Correct. Yeah.
Now, of course, we do not have Hawkeye, so you have to rely on the scorer to do that. And we were very, very skeptical if scorers will do that properly. Because see, not all the tournaments give them that much time. It is, they already have so much on their plate, right? They are already doing so much. So that's the reason why we have not actually launched that feature so far, because we did not want to burden the scorer with like one more input, and at the same time we did not want to have wrong kind of data entered, right? Because it will not be good for anybody.
Absolutely.
But what you have said actually makes much more sense than the pitch map which I had in mind.
Yeah.
So instead of having a pitch map where probably I have to do at least 2 clicks, right? The one click on pitch and the other click on the stump area. I can only do 1 click where I can simply say what kind of ball it was.
Right.
Now maybe obviously there is a possibility of an error in judging the ball, right? Whether it was a full length ball or a good pitch, like a good length ball, there is a possibility of an error. But in like we can assume that it will be like done at a 70-80% accuracy.
Right. Absolutely.
By scorers. So yeah, no. So thank you. I think this has definitely made a spark in my mind, and I'll go back to my team and we'll discuss this immediately.
Sure. I'll wait for that feature to come in.
Absolutely. Thank you, Ashutosh.
Thank you so much, Abhishek. With that, we come to an end for our episode for today. You've been a great inspiration to listen to. Thank you so much, Abhishek.
Thank you. No, thank you for having me again.
Just keep doing the good work. We all are with you, and we're really thankful to you for bringing the cricket stats to us.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We have changed the way we used to play cricket, and really, we all admire you a lot and the product. So, yep, thank you so much. It was I felt very good talking to you. Seriously, it was so
same
positive.
here. Same here.